tough one to take, obviously, right?
Yeah, I thought it was a really spirited performance. We played hard against a really professional, experienced team today on their home patch in their home conditions. I thought we made a really good account of ourselves. There's been a bunch of games, I reckon, in Super League lately where the final scoreline hasn't reflected the battle that it was. I thought the better team won today for sure, but we weren't that far away. So there's a lot to take out of that. How we attacked the game and how we stuck at it. But it's hard to take at the same time. We let ourselves down in some execution areas and didn't apply enough pressure to the opposition.
Was it errors and penalties you think that were the main sort of cause of your downfall?
Well, in the end, you got to find a way to defend it, and for much of the game we did. The length of the field try against the run of play, that was an attacking error that cost us points directly. That was a key moment in the game. But most of our errors, we found a way to defend, to find a way to get the ball back. And it was great to see. Not great to concede, but it was great to see a penalty for offside off the kickoff, because teams are always offside. And he found that moment at 78 minutes for a player that wasn't contesting the ball. That was pleasing to see, that element. We didn't need to go short on that occasion. We should have gone long, but good to see the rules being applied on occasions.
No, that was obviously at the same time you were penalised from the kick-off, wasn't it? Things like that obviously don't help.
Yeah, the momentum-changing plays when the game's in the balance, particularly at the end, that one didn't influence the scoreline. But yeah, they can't be accepted, and we need to do better at those for sure, because there was so much effort and spirit went into that game with a lot of young players stepping forward and having a genuine crack. And I think for much of that game, it was in the balance. The penalty to go 8-0 in front was a really key part as well. That wasn't offside. James McDonald's 11 metres back when McIllorum touches the ball and he finds an offside, where there's 100 plays in that game where you could find an offside. They were big moments. There was another strip that wasn't, which swung the momentum of the game in the first half, and then we allowed a quality, strong team to get the jump on the possession in that first half, and probably took a bit of juice out of us. I thought we finished the game pretty well with energy, given the conditions and the way that we didn't get enough position and possession due to our own skill at times. But there are also some key moments that swung the game, I thought.
It was a shame for Jack, wasn't it? You mentioned the attacking error, because he had a real dig.
Oh, he's a spirited young fellow. He competes hard. He's a great kid. He's grown a lot. He's improved, and he's done a lot of really good things in the last couple of weeks. That he won't be the first or the last halfback to throw an intercept or throw a loose pass that cost his team a try. There's been some great players here in recent years at Catalans that have made a mistake and it's cost your team a try. He'll learn from it, and he did learn from it. He was in that same position a couple of times after that, and he dealt with it much better. So that's I'm proud of Jack in the way he's attacked it the last couple of weeks. But yeah, he'll learn from it.
Did Lucky Miller come off late on?
I was just going to get Corey Johnson a couple of minutes there at the back end. Corey's had a really tough time of late with an extended sort of break from concussion and a few other bits and pieces. So I'm really proud of the way Corey's stuck at it. He was on the bench today to cover us in the backs, really, if something went wrong. Given the amount of personnel that we've got missing in the outside backs, particularly, Corey was there to cover it, and I was just happy to give him a couple of minutes there to say, well done for applying himself over the last little period.
Has his spell alone at Bradford ended? No.
Yeah, he had to be recalled today to fill that role in the team, and he won't be going back to Bradford.
Initial mood from your players in the dressing room, Rowan. Proud of what they've done, irrespective of the scoreline, the performance under strength in a place like this. They must be positive about it.
There's a real mixed feeling down there of disappointment because we didn't execute well enough, but really proud of the overall intent that we showed. And the scoreline can, sport's harsh sometimes. It can be a lot worse than maybe the battle showed, but that's the nature of it. Sometimes you got to front up and cop it on the chin and come back stronger.
Are you going in the right direction with this team, Rohan? Is it progressing the way you want it to this season?
I think the last month has been really difficult to say, is it progressing? I would say yes, in the way that we've attacked the games with intent and better intent than we'd had, in some games previously. With more purpose getting forward, better position on the field, even despite some errors today. But also we've lacked a lot of cohesion and chemistry. We've in each of those games, aside from today, we've lost a couple of backs in each game, which has led to disjointed somewhat performances, and then no continuity from week to week. So I think the spirit and the belief in the group is progressing over this last little period nicely, but we need to execute better and stay in it for longer. And I think the opposition today, given their experience and they've been there and done that a lot not as their current group. I know they've had some changes in the off season, but they've got some very experienced players in their spine that have come in. They probably gave us a bit of a lesson there about just hanging in there for longer, and sometimes the ball bounces your way, which at 8-0 it did, and that turned out to be a critical moment in an otherwise really hard-fought, contested game, I thought.
One final word from me. 1,000 Leeds supporters today sang all the way from start to finish, happy all the way to the end, Rohan. The support must give you a lift as a coach and the players. Yeah,
the fan base is phenomenal in the way they travel. We saw a lot of people yesterday on our travels, and then a lot of people in Perpignan this morning when we went for a walk and a coffee. It was great to see so many people that have made the effort and the commitment to the club to come down and support, and the way that they address the players at the end there was fantastic. They're a passionate supporter base, and they expect the boys to rip in and have a proper dig, and they showed that they were proud of it today.